Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes with Carla Lewis, where I help you help yourself in organizing your life. And today I'm going to talk about 2 suggestions on how to find the right person to rent your room out to, and 3 red flags that say, nope, that person's not for me. So stay tuned to hear what I have to say. Last week we talked about if you should rent your room out to someone. Well, I hope that you've thought about it and that you've decided, yeah, it's something for me, or no, it's not something for me. And if it is something for you, then let me give you the first suggestion. When you are looking for the person that you want to rent your room to, it's a good idea to choose someone professional, meaning maybe somebody that you work with, because then you know that, number 1, where they work, number 2, that you're gonna get your payment because they make either more or at least as much as you do. So it's not a question as far as if that's a good roommate choice for that reason. One I would stay away from is social media. And I've had 2 experiences. One that was okay, and one that was really bad. The really bad one, that experience, the person stole from me. And it was a large ticket item. For me, that was a really bad choice that I made, and I should have looked into things a little bit further. The other kind that I had that was not horrible, but not the best situation, was somebody that was emotionally dependent. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not an evil person. I don't mind if you want to tell me how your day is. But when I rent a room to you, that does not mean I need you to unload all your emotional baggage on me. Personally, that did not work out. What are these 3 red flags, you ask? Well, the first one is that you want to get the personal information on the prospective person that you're going to rent your room to. And what that means is that you get references from people that they know, whether it's their family, friends, colleagues, co-workers, whoever it may be, so that you can give them a call and you can determine if this is a good candidate and if you want to share your space with them. Because the last thing you want to do is share your space with somebody that is not somebody that their own family, friends, or colleagues would rent to. That is the first red flag. The second red flag is that you want to make sure that this person can pay you. So you want to get their employment information. Now, employers are a little funny about giving out their employees' information, but you can at least find out, does this person actually work there? And you can kind of get a vibe by that employer as far as how they feel about this person. So that is the second red flag that you want to check with their employment situation, because you want to get paid your rent on time. The third red flag is underrated, and that is asking for a background check. Because you think, oh, this person's cool, I'm jiving with them, I'm just gonna rent a room to them. But you don't know anything about them, especially if you haven't taken the opportunity to check on the first 2. And that's the personal references and employment. Say you don't want to do either one of those. Well, you need to do a background check, because that's going to essentially say everything about this person. Do they have a criminal history? Do they have an employment history? What about their rental history? These are things that are disclosed in a background check, and they can kind of give you an idea as far as, am I going to be safe? Is this a good candidate for somebody that I want to share my space with? Because the last thing you want to do is rent a room out to somebody that has a criminal history. We're not going to go into what the situations can be, but you don't want to do that. why not save yourself that headache? And that is the third red flag, is that you want to do a background check on your prospective tenant. Well, I gave you 3 red flag things to check for, but there's a bonus one. My bonus tips are these. First off, before I even get into these bonus tips, if the person is not willing to give you any information on themselves, that is the biggest red flag. It knocks out all the red flags. You do not want to rent to them. That's my suggestion. But that's also common sense. You do not want to rent to them. It would be a big mistake. Getting into the bonus things that aren't necessarily a red flag, but they can make your living situation a lot easier, is, do you have common interests? Meaning, do you like the same TV shows? Do you listen to the same music? Things like that can be helpful so that you're not bothered by the person playing their music that isn't the like of your genre. The other thing is that cleanliness. Do you have the same cleaning habits? This is huge. You think it might not be a big deal, but it is major. Because if you're somebody who doesn't want dishes in the sink, and that person leaves dishes in the sink, you're gonna be so frustrated. And now you have to have an uncomfortable conversation, and it could potentially lead to an argument, where if you knew when you interviewed this person that, yeah, I'm messy as hell, I'm gonna leave dishes in the sink, I'm gonna leave clothes on the floor, you at least know what you're walking into. But if you guys have this common agreement where they don't like dishes in the sink, they don't like leaving stuff on the floor, then it's not going to be an uncomfortable conversation. You're going to say, hey, Susie, you left a dish in the sink. Do you mind getting it? And she's going to be like, okay, that's fine, because she's a clean person like you're a clean person. So it's always good knowing what type of person that you are going to be renting a room to, so that you can just kind of avoid those unnecessary arguments. I hope that these suggestions and ideas of what a red flag are helpful to you, and I hope that they assist you as far as how to choose someone that you want to rent a room to, share your space with. And I ask that if you liked this video, that you hit the like and subscribe button, because then you get to see all of my upcoming videos in a timely fashion as they're posted. So everybody, have a great week, have a great weekend, and I will see you next Sunday. Thank you for tuning in to 5 Minutes with Carla Lewis, where I help you help yourself in organizing your life.